What's up, everybody? It's Dante Fydoe, and welcome to Fydoe's run through Expert Darkening Deeps. Now that I hit level 50, I can do Expert Dungeon, which is your WoW version of Heroics. So actually, I'm going to explain this really fast. This is the first fight, which is Alchemist Brett's Temple, and he's basically going to have two ads. You burn down one of them, and then you burn down the second one. They'll drop fire shit on the ground. You can see it. Well, you can't see it anymore, but they'll drop crap on the ground, and then the boss himself becomes a tank and spank. Clerics need to heal a debuff that'll be put on people. That's pretty much it. This boss is almost exactly the same as he is in normal mode, so yeah, he's not too tough. Anyway, so yeah, made a little Rift intro there. It took me like, I don't know, 10 minutes to do. Something like that. Anyway. So, yeah, I'm in the guild Genesis on Endless, which is one of the best Guardian guilds on the server. I think the top two guilds are Legend and Genesis, and fortunately, as soon as I hit 50, I did Expert Darkening Deeps the other day, and ran with 3 members of Genesis, and I sent a message to him, to the guild leader who's in our group right here. His name is Sai, and I was like, "Hey man, I just hit 50, and I heard you guys are pretty pro, and have a bunch of, PvE experience playing WoW and all that, 3 years. Was wondering if I could join Genesis." And he's like, "Sure, we'll set you up as a trial, and in 2 weeks you'll become a member." So we've been farming rifts and all that good stuff, enjoying the patch, whatnot. Anyway, this is the second boss, Michael Breenhurst, who is pretty much a tank and spank. He's gonna do a move where he'll run into the light, and when he does, he increases his damage. Pull him out of the light, it'll reduce his damage, and then you stand there, and he's a tank and spank. It's pretty fucking easy. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just, yeah, there's some bad, I don't know, I was getting horrible FPS at, like, the very end of this fight. I was lagging like crazy, man. I don't know what that was about, but that's what that was right there. That's pretty bad, but then it started to smooth it out, so that's cool. Anyway, so yeah, I'm in Genesis, which, we run groups and stuff all the time, or dungeons. With the patch, they've added in the LFG system, so that'll make finding groups more easier, like it was in WoW. So you can expect a lot more videos. Maybe even get some raids for you. We tried to do Gilded Prophecy. We got our asses kicked by that stupid fucking scorpion. Oh my god, that thing was a beast. Anyway, here's Tedenar Deepfane, and this dude is basically Manetsia from Natsaramis. What he's gonna do is you face him away, and everybody stands behind him. And you see when he puts his eyes on someone, it means he's going to wrap him in a cocoon. That person needs, see, he just did it to me right there. That person needs to be DPS'd and burned out of the cocoon, or they stay in it for like a really long time. Also, he's going to occasionally spawn up little ads that'll, pop up on the ground. You can see they're there, right there. AoE him down. If you do an AoE, you can damage the ads, the cocoon, and the boss all at the same time. So this is a really good AoE fight for classes that have that soul that can switch to that. But yeah, basically this fight is just a knockoff of Manetsia from Natsaramis. I thought that was kind of funny. First time I was in this fight, the guy's like, "Okay, he's gonna do a cocoon, and there's gonna be ads," and I'm like, "Wait, like Manetsia?" He's like, "Exactly." I was like, "That's real original." Anyway. Yeah. The bosses here have, like, shitloads of health, man. Like, 276k for, like, 10 level 50s, or 5 level 50s. It's crazy. I guess, well, this is a T2 dungeon, so you know. It's, for those of you who don't know what the tiers are, there's Expert dungeons, and then half of the dungeons are considered T1. They're a little bit easier, and then the other half are considered T2, because they're a little bit harder, and the T1s, you know, drop pretty standard loot for like when you first hit 50. And then once you're good enough, you can go to T2 dungeons. Those will drop better loot. So yeah. That's that boss. Pretty easy. I actually got that sword right there. Even though I'm using a staff, the guy's like, yeah, that's a really good sword, by the way. And I'm like, should I need it? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. Anyway, here's, Glubmuck. This is one of the new bosses that's added in with Expert mode. This dude isn't on here on regular mode, which that's pretty cool. You know, they added more bosses, so it's more chances to get more loot and all that stuff. Basically, this dude has a cleave, and then he'll also shoot out a poison bolt, and that'll randomly hit someone. And that kind of hurts. It can hit pretty hard. So your healer just needs to be aware of that. He's going to have to burst heal someone up pretty quick. And there's also going to be ads. Ads will pop up. They've got 22k health, I think. Just kill them. Switch to boss, switch to ads. Pretty easy. Standard, you know, pretty PvE kind of stuff. Also going to do a move where he does a water spout, and he's going to drop that on the ground, and that will explode, and that will fuck someone up. Kind of similar to the boss in the Throne of the Tides, I believe it is. Except you can't mind control the ads and use them to kill the boss. That was really handy. Anyway, but yeah, this other than that, basically kill ads, watch for shit on the ground, kill boss. Pretty simple. Pretty standard stuff, really. Yeah. You know, I might make a new intro. I like Breaking Benjamin, that Dance with the Devil thing. I thought that sounded pretty cool, but that was like 8 seconds. Couldn't really add a whole lot of, you know, standard video and stuff. I might make a new one. I don't know. Maybe I'll just leave it the way it is. Fuck it. I like it. That's all that matters. Anyway. So here's the Gedio Conclave. And you can kill these dudes in any 3 order you want, but depending on which way you do it, the moves that they have will transfer to the other guys that they have. So like if I kill, once we kill 1, his ability will transfer to 2 and 3. And once we kill 2, he will get the abilities of 1 and, once we kill 2, 3 will get the abilities of 1 and 2. I don't really remember what those abilities are. I think 1 does an AoE maybe? I don't know. It doesn't fucking matter. One of them does an AoE. Watch out for that shit. He'll drop crap on the ground. That's in like every single dungeon. Something will drop something on the ground. You need to get the fuck out of the way of it. Don't stand in the fire. Pretty much. Like every single boss has one of those rules. I really want to make sure people pay attention to that. Don't stand in the fire. It's bad. It doesn't heal. Yeah. Fire's bad. It's not like a Marrogar thing where people were like, no, see, there's the fire right there. Don't stand in that shit. Anyway, I remember when, Scarn Citadel first came out, people were like, no, if you stand in Marrogar's fire, it counts as cold damage, and it'll actually heal you instead, because it's not real fire. It's blue instead of red. People were like, really? So they stood in it, and they died, and we all laughed at them. Because they're like, you fucking idiots. Anyway. Yeah, so... Oh yeah, you can't AoE these guys down, because every time you kill one of them, once you kill 1, 2, and 3, their health will go all the way back up to full. So there's no point in trying to, like, AoE them down. It's not gonna work. Alright, so there's 2 is down. There's an achievement if you can manage to kill, on 3 separate encounters, kill these dudes in the 3 different orders. So it's like, ooh, magical. Yeah. Anyway, so we tried doing Gilded Prophecy the other day, yesterday, and that was like one of the first times that I think that's ever been run by people. I think that was like just released that day, and so we're like, yeah, well, why not? We're pretty fucking good guild. We're pretty pro. We'd like to think we are anyway. We're one of the best guilds on the server, so we'll give it a shot. And we got face rolled by trash a couple times. then we killed the trash. Honorary Waykeeper, woo! But yeah, there's this. They don't fuck around in this game. Like, this isn't no easy mode like WoW crap. Some of this shit is pretty fucking hard. Anyway, here's Scarn, and every time I hear that, I think of Michael Scarn from Threat Level Midnight in The Office. I think I'm gonna watch that episode after I finish this video. Maybe made something to eat. Do that. I don't know. Anyway, I digress. Basically, this boss is, well, okay, he's not a Tainted Smite, but he's got two phases. He's got, first phase is he's on the ground. Second phase, he's gonna fly in the air. He's gonna shoot shit at you. He's gonna shoot 3 fireballs, and if you're, yeah, right here. See that little red circle there? See the fire? Don't stand in the fucking fire. If you are standing in, like, where that's gonna hit, like, it'll make a circle around it first, and then it'll be like, he'll hit it, so you can actually see where it's gonna happen, so you can run out of it. If you stand in that, when that hits you, it'll stun you, and you'll have a dot on you, and then you'll continue to take fire damage. Basically, if you get hit by that, you're fucking dead. So, you want to not do that, because that's bad. That happens to people. You're going to see it happen here. Oh yeah, that reminds me, they had me switch to Chloromancer for this fight, because I'm, Warlock, Archon, Chloromancer, or I'm Chloromancer, or that's my DPS spec, and then my support heal spec is Chloromancer, Archon, Elementalist. Which I don't know if that's good, it doesn't really matter, I just use Chloromancer. But this fight is pretty intense. You can see we're taking 205 damage every couple of seconds, because this boss is basically a knockoff of Saphirion. He has a fire aura that'll constantly damage you. He has an air phase and a ground phase, and he'll fly up in the air and do damage and shoot shit at you. You have to avoid it. So, yeah. Stat some fire resist. Don't stand in the fire. And, yeah, you can see our healer just died right there, and I'm like, fuck, because now I have to heal this thing by myself. And that sucks, because Chloromancers are mainly off healers. And that sucks. So now you guys get to see my elite heals. Which, it's not even, my elite heals are actually DPS. I have this magical ability called Life Giving Veil that makes it so that every time I do damage to whatever it is I'm fighting, I heal everyone around me. So every time I do damage, I heal. So basically, I just go around DPSing, and that's how I heal people. And I have this other nifty ability called Synthesis, where every time it increases the amount of healing received by my life-giving veil by 225%. That means you put that on the tank. You put that on the tank, and now the tank can't die, basically, because any damage you do is going to heal him for, like, a shitload. You can see I'm healing for, like, I'm only hitting for, like, I don't know, a couple hundred, but I'm healing, like, for freaking, like, 2,400 each shot. And I have a bunch of AoE heals. Like, basically, the Chloromancer is an AoE healer, and they're a really fucking good one. And I just died right there, so I was like, I don't even know what killed me either. It's just kind of like, dead. Fatality. Oh my god, I played the demo in Mortal Kombat the other day. I want that fucking game. I want it. But I don't have a PS3 or a 360. Fuck. Fuck, guys. Anyway, that's Expert Darkening Deeps, so, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. So, take it easy, and peace.